and atom.
Up and at them.
Up and atom.
Up and at them.
Up and atom.
Up and at them.
Better.
Hello everyone, today we have from CRKT the brand new Up and Atom, and this is a knife that was recently released now in 2019, and so this is a stainless steel frame lock, so I wanted to buy one and give you guys a close-up look at it. This one initially drew my interest because of this beautiful brushed steel finish, so I don't see that on knives too often, to be honest with you. We see a lot of that in appliances and things like that, but it looks really refreshing on a frame lock to see the brushed steel. Looks pretty classy. So again, this knife right here, flipper frame lock, was designed by Matthew Lurch for CRKT. The blade is about 3.6 inches long, and so it is, in my opinion, what you might call a full-size knife, a nice good EDC size knife. So let's just take a close look at all the features and we'll check it out. So here on the front, we of course have the show side and this stainless steel. Take a look at the pivot. That's kind of that looks almost like one of those radioactive symbols. So this is the show side pivot here. You can see the stop pin machined into the handle. We have a Torx bit on the other side. So down here at the bottom we have some ridges cut into the back of the handle. But really the star of the show, in my opinion, is just this nice brushed finish. On the reverse side we have, of course, the frame lock, and you'll see in there is an over travel stop, which is a nice feature to have, especially for a budget knife, but I think more and more knives are coming out with that feature. But really impressive too, we have a deep carry pocket clip. So you can see it is very flush with the handle, and the screws inside are flush with the frame itself, so it's not going to catch on any material. And just due to how smooth the handles are, this is going to be very easy to carry, very quick in and out of pocket, so that is a huge bonus. You'll see the logo on the blade right there, Up and Atom. I don't know if they were inspired by the Simpsons episode, but that's what I immediately thought of when I heard the name, the Up and Atom. What's also really nice, we see this big flipper tab right here, and it is a big flipper, has nice jimping on there, very easy to grip, and this knife runs on bronze washers. I don't know if we're going to be able to focus on those, but you can see maybe some bronze washers in there. And so it's not an IKBS knife, it's not an assisted opening knife, and the flipper works really, really well. So I was surprised out of the box how well it worked. So it's smooth, no problem flipping that blade out, and I think the big flipper design has something to do with that. So it does stick out a bit when the knife is open, but overall the blade profile itself is very thin. It has a hard time focusing because it's so shiny. But yeah, thin blade profile in this dimension here, very pointy drop point end. We're going to see some jimping up on the top. So it's not super aggressive, but for a gentleman's folder like this, I think it's nice to have it there. So the blade profile fairly thin right there to the tip. Take a look at the lockup, and it's a stainless steel frame lock, so there's going to be no issues with slipping or anything like that. But right in the middle, oops, hit the camera. Take a look at the centering. Centering's not great. But I'm not going to adjust it because, I mean, everything else on this knife works really well just straight out of the box, so I don't feel tempted to tinker with it any. But again, the Up and Atom. So there's another knife very similar to this one, the Flat Out, which is also a Matthew Lurch design they came out with. And it has a super pronounced Wharncliffe, very pointy tip blade. I think that one might be more popular than this knife. I mean, the handle style looks very similar, but the blade shape is different, and that one's not a flipper. I believe it's just thumb studs. And just because of that extreme Wharncliffe, I think it might be more popular than this. I think this is going to be a sleeper knife in that it performs really well, it looks really nice, it functions great, but I don't know if a lot of people are going to pick it up. CRKT this year, they really knocked it out of the park. They came out with a lot of really cool models, and I'm afraid this one might get overshadowed, but it's a really solid performer. It's a really nice knife. Here on the back we have some grooved It's like a FRN backspacer, but it has those upraised grooves on it. I was trying to think of the right word to use for that. But all in all, there isn't a whole lot, again, negative that I can say about this knife yet. It carries very well. I carried it yesterday when I got it. If anything, time will tell whether the brushed stainless look, if it is prone to rust or not. But as long as you take care of it, I can't imagine that being an issue. And I'm just super impressed with the action itself. This one I picked up from GP Knives, and they were kind enough to send me a sticker, so good for them. And so I mentioned the weight was 4.1 ounces, and they advertised it as 4.2 on the site. So on CRKT's site, they say 4.2. On Blade HQ, I think it says 4.29. I put it on here, and I'm at 4.11 ounces. So it's always good to come underweight as advertised. So that's a good thing. But again, under 5 ounces for a stainless steel frame lock, that is a plus, because a lot of the times you see the low-cost stainless steel frame locks out there, and they're coming in at 5, 6, 7 ounces, which can feel like a brick in the pocket. I guarantee this one won't, because of the slim shape, the profile overall, and the weight at 4.1 ounces, even though that might be heavy for some. For what the full-length blade you're getting here, 3.6 inches, I don't think that's a problem at all. So this is the Up and Atom CRKT. I just wanted to show it off. Now, this is one of my first CRKTs of 2019. Just happy to share it with y'all. If you have any questions about this knife, feel free to let me know in the comments below. But I have to hand it to CRKT. Good job on this one. Bye-bye.